Joe was a person of impeccable integrity and character and a big heart.
I knew that he was just going to have such a huge impact on the team, but I never really knew how quickly he would have an impact on me personally.
Don't ever say he's from Binghamton. Don't ever say he's from Johnson City. Make sure that you say that he's from Endicott, New York. And that means everything to him.
He's kind of my sounding board for everything, and I'm his, so he's my best friend.
When we started taking lessons, when he was the head pro at Drumlin's, that's when, we got to know him very well. The Tessoris and the Olivas have supported each other. We are very deeply grateful for this long-time friendship.
He came to Onondaga Country Club in the 70s. My father was the manager at the time. I was a caddy and a backroom shop boy in the pro shop.
I grew up in the clubhouse at Drumlin's Country Club and teaching and playing and being around him every day at the club.
He is so passionate about the game of golf, and you know that from the second you have a conversation with him, and that passion really drives all that he does.
He took one look at me, and he always strokes his chin. He said, "All right, let me see you swing." And then the stories begin. And all while he's telling his stories, you are also being taught how to hit the ball. It's a beautiful combination.
Every time you play with him, not only do you learn things on how he plays, but he always waits to the last hole to tell you what you should have done to make your round easier. He'll let you suffer for 17, and yet he'll give you the answer on the 18th hole. So that's playing around the golf with Joe.
What's funny is, like, if I played a bad round of golf, he knows not to call me. If he has a bad round of golf, I know not to call him. If he has a good round of golf, I have a good round of golf, we're calling each other right away.
I know he classifies himself as a longshoreman priest, so he always says he'll push us, but he'll never let us fall. And that couldn't be more true. He challenges us because he cares so much about us as student athletes.
When you hit a great shot, he is not gonna jump. He's not gonna clap. He's just gonna nod his head like, you did the right thing, you did what you're supposed to do.
People's ability, he understands, he dissects their ability, and then he works with that as he begins to kind of mold the people to what they can do.
He allows us to make mistakes, but he also encourages us to get up and try again.
They also understand that how much he loves them and how much he cares for them, but he's not gonna give up on him. We like to joke and say that you love projects. I think he likes projects. He likes players and youth that need some guidance and need some coaching and need some perspective.
He never forgets to remind us to smile and to enjoy the game. He's taught us that it's the game of golf, not the work of golf. And he always remembers to tell us, the important things in life.
Outside of family and his grandkids and such, I think golf is what really motivates him.
As anybody that's come through Moyne, I think community service is just part of the tradition of a graduate of Moyne.
He always talked about being a PGA member, you have to be involved. So he's involved at the Francis House, he's involved at Jamesville DeWitt Women's Golf, he's involved at Moyne, he's involved in so many things, and a lot of it is for the youth and for the elderly.
Anything that he has the ability to contribute back, he's demonstrated that for as many years as I've known him. I think that is part of the process and the education that you get from a Moyne degree is given back to the community.
He does so much for others, and his beliefs are put to the side. Like, I gotta do this for him. I gotta do this for her. I gotta be there. I gotta coach her. I gotta drive to Cortland on 9 o'clock at night to help a young man.
It's no wonder that he is the volunteer with his calming and comforting presence at Francis House. 40 years.
He's at Francis House in the mornings. I've been doing that since I was in high school. I know that it just means so much to him to listen to the people that are in Francis House talk about their life, and he tells stories and helps them and cooks for them and whatever it may be.
He reaches out to people in crisis, he consoles them and comforts them.
I've had a lot of phone calls where he's in tears driving home from the Francis House, and it's hard, but that next week he's right back. Because he knows that he owes it to other people to be there for them and to help them and to listen to them at probably the most important time of their lives.
When our president, Dr. Linda Lemura, called Joe to invite him to accept this prestigious award, he was overwhelmed.
He was blown away, and he's been fortunate to win some awards, and I think he's in like 4 or 5 Hall of Fame, so he's gotten some great calls over the years.
He asked her if she was sure that she had called the right person.
I think it means the world to him because it's something that I don't think he ever even thought would be had.
Even with the awards in the Hall of Fame and the PGA Hall of Fame award that he got a couple of years ago, even with those, I think this sits on the top of everything because this embodies his whole life.
This one, I think, hit home a little bit more because I'm an alum, he's an alum, he coaches there, I coach there.
He did say to my husband, "This is the finest and the best honor that I have ever received." And we know how often he has been recognized.
It's his most prestigious award from his perspective of everything that he's been able to achieve.
His voicemail says he's just Joe, but I think he's more than just Joe, and I think this award proves that.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why